Alright guys, we're down here on Rainey Street in Austin where another body has been found. I'm working my way over to the area now. It's crazy with another body out here. I got good power there. Good. I'm gonna have to do this in a couple of different lives. Probably 2 or 3 separate lives. They're here just around the corner at the water. Looks like this body was found in the water. So guys, if you are on here, can you send me a chat? I need to see if we're live or not. I don't know if we're live, to be honest. I think we are. And on YouTube, you're gonna have to zoom in. I've got to fix that. I don't know how to fix it on YouTube. If you can zoom into it, but it's gonna be that way. I apologize. It's Streamlabs. I don't know why it's doing that. So I sincerely apologize for how crappy it is. There is a lot of activity here. I think that's my buddy Nabil right there, actually. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what's the latest? Not much yet?
Yeah.
They're down that way?
Yeah. I tried to get anything out of them before. I do know they have an identification, but no mail. They would tell me mail.
Yeah.
But briefing in like 15 minutes. So.
Where's the briefing here?
Literally like
Okay,
right here.
perfect.
Yeah.
They are not saying if it's male or female yet. They're down here towards the water, so it's definitely in the water. We got so Ford just told me that they do have an identification apparently. That's crazy. Can you send that to me in a text or an email, please? So yeah, they are down at the water, down the trail here. This body was for sure in the water. Can't really see much down there. I mean, the trail turns, so you can't really see a whole lot, you know. There's a couple of people missing right now. There's a couple of men that are missing from this area. So very well could be. I'm not going to speculate on that. That's dangerous to do that. So but there's definitely some men missing. We're going to be having a briefing here apparently in about 15 minutes, so I'll bring that to you. Kathy, I don't know. They're not releasing pretty much anything yet at this point. Nothing at this point. So, like I said, they're supposed to be having a briefing here soon, but nothing has been released up to this point. So hopefully we'll get some more information when they do have the briefing. Looks like we're getting ready right now, actually. Let's see if I can find a...
Over 10.
Oh yeah, well over 10, yeah.
Under 20?
I think like 23 or something like that, close to 23. It really depends on who you ask, because there's so many, you know.
And like location too.
We're out here at 50 Rainey Street where another body has been recovered in the lake. We're having the press briefing right now, actually. Are we still live on here, guys? Should have brought mine. Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys. Going to be having the press briefing here very shortly. So yeah, it's the recovery is happening down the trail behind the cop car. You can't see anything because there's a turn.
Hot out, but it's starting to cool down. The sun's going down, so no complaints. Hello? Okay. Good on my end. Oh, it's okay. Yeah? Nope, you don't want to make it.
We're out here at 50 Rainey Street, where a body has been recovered from the lake down here. So we're about to have the press briefing here very shortly. 50 Rainey Street, where a body has been recovered from the lake.
I gotta find something, I don't know. Every time I do it, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, Bitcoin BMW, you got it, in the water.
One of y'all mind pressing play for me on this? You guys can adjust it so it's how y'all view the camera and whatnot. Alright guys. Whenever y'all are ready, y'all just let me know, and then someone can just click start live or whatever it says on there, and just let me know when it starts. Everybody ready? All right. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Officer Austin Zarling. That's A-U-S-T-I-N. Last name Zarling. Z-A-R-L-I-N-G, with the Austin Police Department Public Information Office. On July 5th at approximately 5:30 p.m., officers responded to the Waller Beach at Town Lake Metro Park, located near Rainey Street and Cumming Street, in reference to a check welfare urgent call for service, which is a high priority call for service that requires an immediate police response. This call for service was responded to in a timely manner. Call types advised the complainant located a white male with apparent life-threatening injuries to his body. The Austin Fire Department, Austin Travis County EMS, and the Austin Police Department arrived on scene, and unfortunately, the victim was pronounced deceased at approximately 5:45 p.m. This is not being investigated as a homicide at this time, and all investigative steps being taken are routine measures. At this time, this is being considered an isolated incident, and there is no known threat to the general public. APD patrol officers, APD crime scene, APD victim services, APD homicide, and the Travis County medical examiner are all on scene at this time. I just want to remind everybody that this is an ongoing investigation being investigated by Austin Police Department homicide detectives, and they are still in their preliminary stages of this investigation. If anyone has any relevant information to this investigation, we ask that you contact the homicide tip line at 512-477-3588. Again, that's 512-477-3588. Or you can contact the Austin Police Department Crime Stoppers at 512-472-TIPS. That's 512-472-8477. Does anybody have any questions at this time?
Also, you said that there was life-threatening injuries
Correct.
to this person, but not being investigated as a homicide. Can you describe what some of those injuries possibly could have been?
They're just some type of blunt force trauma to the body. I don't really have any specific injuries that I would be able to provide you all at this time.
But no foul play or anything expected?
No, not at this time.
Is this, I know there's some camps along the side of the lake here.
Correct.
Was this a camp? Was he staying in this area, or?
Right now, we don't have a, we have a possible identity of the person, but we don't have anything set in stone right this second, so we don't really know exactly where he resides. So I don't really have a specific answer to that question right now.
Can you explain a little bit more on how he was found again?
We had people walking down the trail, and they located this person who seemed to have injuries to him. They called 911, and then, like I said, APD, AFD, and EMS arrived on scene, and he, of course, he was pronounced deceased shortly after.
Offshore on the trail?
Correct. He was not in the water. He was on the trail.
Older, younger?
I don't have an age right this second. All I know that he was a white male.
So mostly because, been known for this area and speculations about serial killer. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so I spoke to homicide detectives, and there's no serial killer at this time. At least we don't believe there is one. Any other questions?
Thank you, officer.
Thank you.
Alrighty, y'all have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Alright guys, so I don't know if y'all just heard that, but white male was found on the trail right down here, was not in the water. The person did have blunt force trauma injuries. It is not being investigated as a homicide at this point.
Sorry, what was your question?
So, yeah, blunt force trauma. Yeah. It was said that there was life-threatening injuries to the body. So, take that how you want to take it, I guess. A lot of press out here right now. A lot of folks out here. We're gonna be here for a bit. We're gonna be here covering this. We'll see what ends up happening. All right, sorry guys, I was yeah, so male victim, there was blunt force trauma to the body. It is not being investigated as a homicide at this time. He was not found in the water. He was found on the trail. So the question was asked if there could be a serial killer, and they were told no. So the officer said that there's not a chance that there's a serial killer. But of course, we've been listening to that for I don't know how long about no serial killer. Yeah, not homicide, on repeat, 100%. Crazy, ain't it? It's crazy. Bear attack. I guess it very well could be a bear attack. I mean, but like I said, the body was not in the water. The body was actually found on the trail. So, like I said, the body was not in the water. The body was found on the trail. Yeah, grade A, B, you're right. I mean, look, blunt force trauma. No, well, he did say that there was life-threatening injuries. Life-threatening injuries to the victim. Whatever life-threatening injuries means in relation to not a homicide, I mean, it could be he could have hit his head. I mean, there's a number of things that could have happened. Like pass out and hit your head, you're right. I don't know. Are we live on X right now? I'm getting all the chats from YouTube. Are we live on X, guys? If somebody could let me know. We are live on X. This whole situation tonight really kind of screwed up my plans for Austin After Dark. I guess we'll have Austin After Dark, you know, out here on the trail. Zero, yes, live on X, yes. You know, it's so odd. I cannot hardly see the chat from X. I don't know what's happened with X. I can barely see the chat. I can see good. I can see the YouTube chat well. But I can't see the X chat that well. So, very odd. We're going to wait here. We're going to see when they actually start bringing him out. Like I said, I mean, we're here. We're right here on the water. You can see the water is very close to us. This trail runs straight down and goes back a little bit to the left and then to the right and then jogs back out to the left. So, and like I said, the body was found on the trail about 5:30 this afternoon. The PIO has spoken, yes. You want me to run it down for you? PIO, there is a male victim found on the trail with life-threatening injuries, blunt force trauma to his body. They do have a tentative or a they do have an identification at this point as well. They know who it is. The body was obviously so I mean, you take that how you want, but the body was obviously it was bad. He was dead, and he was found on the trail. They didn't really release a whole lot of information other than it's not a serial killer. Keep repeating that, everybody. Seriously. Not a serial killer. Just keep repeating that over and over. They were asked if it could have possibly been a homeless person down there, and it doesn't. I don't think so. They kind of blew that question off a little bit. So, like I said, you gotta take that however you want to take it, really. All right. So, like I said, we're going to hang out down here. We're going to see if we can talk to some folks after a lot of the press leaves out of here and see exactly what we can find out. Very interesting that blunt force trauma, life-threatening injuries on the body, but they are not they're not investigating as a homicide. I don't know if that's odd to me, but it's very interesting how that happens. There's a lot of people down here right now walking around. I mean, this is Rainey Street. That is looking back up. This is looking back up Rainey Street here, and then we're basically right where the trail enters. Ooh, almost dropped it. Hipsters live on it. Yeah, they do. You're right. You're right, Caitlin. So this is the trail. Basically, it down there. It is, I believe, all. It's all concrete down there. Nabil is so awesome. My buddy Nabil here is helping her. He's such a cool guy. She's a newer reporter, and he is so awesome helping her. Whatever they call the schmucks nowadays. How old was the person? They did not release the age of the person. Yeah, if you don't investigate as a homicide, then it's not a homicide. Well, obviously, I mean, there is no way that they were ever going to even remotely hint that this could have been a homicide. You know what I mean? That's just not going to happen. I wonder if we should walk down towards the hotels and see if we can go behind and get a view of where it's happening down there. What do you think? Okay, so a little rundown on the bodies that have been found here recently. Okay, just in this area right here where we're at, Jason John Martin Gutierrez was found here. right off into the water right here. So here's the thing. Jason John, Martin Gutierrez. We have a video of Martin right here, just right where this SUV is sitting. Martin Gutierrez was in a bar right down the street, and we have video of him walking, and he gets all the way to right here, to this little roundabout. There is a white SUV that pulls up, and the white SUV talks to him briefly. Martin stumbles off this way, and he's not seen again until about a week later when he was found in the water. Martin Gutierrez also had blunt force trauma to the back of his head, where he was found not 50 yards from here. Jason John, 50 yards from here. Hey, Carissa. Hey, guys. Carissa, that's in the chat. You know the Ladybird Lake group over on Facebook. Carissa, that's her group. So, Carissa, I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you were here, but I'll just give you a quick rundown. Here down at the lake on the trail, they found a man. Obviously, they say he had obvious signs of he was messed up. He had a lot of trauma, and they found him, like I said, on the trail, obviously deceased with blunt force trauma. They do have an ID on the man. They are not releasing that, other than it's a male, and that they do have a tentative ID on him. So they're not releasing anything else. The question was asked to the reporter, is this a serial killer? The PIO. And the PIO, without skipping a beat, no, there is no serial killer. They're not investigating this as a homicide right now. You got me. Signs of decomposition, I don't know. We have not heard, other than basically there was blunt force trauma. They found life-threatening injuries, is what we were told. So, your guess is as good as mine on what is what. I don't really know, but they're not going to admit that anything has happened, if you know what I mean. Yes, blunt force trauma, obvious life-threatening injuries is what was said. Obvious life-threatening injuries. So, you can't really see anything down the trail. I was thinking about walking over down the street to that motel and getting in behind there. I don't know if that would be a good idea or not. No, they will not agree. Yeah, well, that's interesting that you say that, Zero, because Texas Rangers, I've talked to several bartenders down here on Rainey Street that say that DPS is investigating this. They have been in the bars asking questions about they are investigating. Here's the other thing that's odd about this whole situation. Every death that has happened out here on this lake, I had really good sources at one point. All information on all of these deaths have been completely locked down. Nobody can access it except for the few people that are working the case. So there is no more, getting information from sources. Here's the other thing. Some of the officers that I have worked with in the past, they had their pet nickname, so to speak, for this guy or what's happening out here. They have been reprimanded and punished for even bringing that up. So something odd is happening. They're either investigating and not telling anybody anything, but they don't lock these files down. Most of these deaths, they have already closed the cases, apparently. They've closed the cases, And but yet they're locked down where you cannot get any information. Let's say Martin Gutierrez, which they ruled accidental, that case is closed. I put a public records request. They will say you can't have it because of ongoing investigations. Yeah, it does sound like they have just for sure. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to say a whole lot because somebody just made, who said that? Diane, bad for tourism. Yes, this is a huge tourist area. I mean, this is Rainey Street. If somebody actually thought that there was a serial killer down here, it would kill all tourism down here. Who makes the call admitting what this really is? It would either have to be Austin Police or a higher authority. Hang on a sec. It would either have to be Austin Police or DPS or something like that. It would have to be, I don't know, but it's probably not going to happen. I mean, you would have to literally, hit them with a stick to make that work, to make that happen. There have not been any women found, no. These are all men. All men. And we're talking a lot of them. Carissa in the chat, she may know exactly how many. I don't have the number off the top of my head. I do have it on my computer, but not off the top of my head. Lots of people. Let's put it that way. Crazy, ain't it? That we're still here and fighting for information. If we can, even attempt to get information from these people, you can't get information at all. Yeah, I'm sorry, and I know the video on. I know the video looks bad on YouTube, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I know it's small. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that, but so it's crazy, I guess, Let me see here so I can talk to you guys. How's that? Better? Yeah. So, anyway, we're out of here looking for information. We can't find information. They're not releasing information. So what do? Just saw someone from KVU say that the person lived in a nearby building. That's interesting. I have not heard that. But that doesn't mean anything. I don't have a computer. Put anything out in the public to listen. What's the point of even investigating? Zero. It's a good question. They are working on putting more cameras on the trail. As far as when that's going to happen, I don't know. I have no clue. But this is a very beautiful area. We're right here on the water. I've heard that they may be bringing the body out here very soon from, we have the medical examiner, which is here. And then the body mover is actually down the trail a little ways, so. Yeah. Do you know what the cause of death was for the other bodies found? Drowning. They've all drowned, every one of them. How can they say no foul play? They literally have no clue. Well, it's a good question. We kind of wondering how you get a body with obvious life-threatening injuries thing that's going to cause a big stir. You know what I mean? They can cause turn of plays, get rolled up, rubbed, and done. Yeah, really sad and frustrating. It is. Jane, it is. Carissa, every single one. Yeah. So looks like. What do y'all think? What does everybody else think? Audio's not synced on X. I am sorry. I can't do anything about that. I am sorry. Looks like PIO is going to be leaving. So, and they're down on the trail right down there, actually. So, a huge can of worms, and we turned into this. It's so tragic. Nothing being done. Yeah, Chris, not a damn thing being done. Nothing. You know, and I mean, and they keep everybody, and I get it, they've got to keep everybody far away. I just wonder, Zero, if you're looking at a map, you know where we're at. We're right here on the corner of Cummings and Rainey Street. If I go to the hotels, can I get closer that way? Is that possible? Yeah, I'm at the tape right now. Yeah, this is as far as they'll let you go. Can't go any farther than this at the moment. And all of the press, I mean, everybody's packing it up. Nobody's staying. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm staying out here. We're not going to leave. Sorry about that. Sorry about the wind. I can't really do much about it, so. But let's see if I can get a picture. I'm gonna walk over and get a picture with my buddy Nabil. Take a picture with you real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
How are you doing? Staying busy?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Right at the big camp out at not a homicide though.
Yeah.
Just a dead body.
Yeah. A lot of drugs. If you ever want to walk in there, I mean, it's safe. We know everybody in there.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to go in there and get some video, man, just let me know.
I will. I haven't been on one of those stories in a while.
It's a bad one. Worst one in the city. Like, hands down, worst one in the city.
Saw all the video and stuff.
Yeah. And that's just a fraction. If you look on, like, you go to nomadic.ai
Oh, yeah.
and zoom into it, you can see the trails. So we map all the trails.
Yeah.
And it's just
Do the nonprofits go? I mean, do they even?
the only people that go in there, Drew, he's Travis County Constable for Precinct 2. He does all the work with the homeless. They're the only ones that go in.
Really, I was gonna say just because I always see tooth at like some of those places, like going in and out.
Nobody goes in there. Drew's there about once a week. There's a guy in there with cancer. He goes in there to make sure he's getting to appointments and getting his medications. But other than that, nobody goes in there. People are scared.
I believe it. Yeah.
So
It's
looks like they're coming out with the body.
I got
Well, yeah.
good to see
All right,
you.
buddy.
Yeah.
Hang. Yeah, sorry guys. I was talking to my buddy Nabil over there. Nabil from KXAN. crazy enough, Nabil is the only. No, that's not. That's the body move. Not mine. You want me to move it off?
I'll move it.
All right. Yeah, I'm not. The guy walked off, so I'm not sure where he went. No, these are the. That is the body movers there.
They're gonna come this way.
Yeah.
Body. Another body count. Sir, that is actually y'all's. That's where he put the phone for the press briefing. Another body. Body was found down there. It's, down on the trail, a little ways down there. Yeah. Yeah, he's in there right now.
Friend here.
No. Yeah, just another one of these Rainey Street bodies that's popping up every so often.
Main Street.
What's that?
What kind of street?
The Rainey Street.
Rainy.
Yeah, yeah, it's a big problem down here. But who knows what's going to happen next? There'll be more if they decide to put some security measures up
So
here.
I've been here 3 years, and I live actually just moved to the east side.
Yeah,
But what's the source of this?
it's a good question. Nobody really knows. This body had blunt force injury, so it was obviously something happened. They said it was life-threatening injury. So your guess is as good as mine. They're just not releasing a whole lot of information yet.
But this is a regular occurrence.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is like 23 now in the last several years. Right in this general area right here. Yeah, most of them went missing from the bars down here on Rainey Street. And
Okay, this is Rainy Street.
yeah, it's Rainey Street.
It's
Rainy Street
I'm
there.
a senior citizen, so
Sure. You don't look that old, man.
I'm old enough.
You're old enough. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy though, ain't it?
Okay, Rainy Street. So what happens on Rainy Street?
A lot of bars, a lot of drinking happen down there. They say that the people go, they get drunk, and then they make it down here to the water and fall in and drown. But my thing is if that was true, with that many bodies, they would have more than just, this small fencing. I don't know. More better lighting, something down here, to keep people from falling in the lake. But I don't know.
They're shit-faced fucking drunk and maybe drugged up.
A lot of people, I have so many stories from people being drugged down here in the bars. They've been drugged, they end up, in the gutter. One guy that went missing, Christopher Pugh, he went missing from here. They found him down by the 35 bridge in the grass. He'd been there for 3 days. He was in ICU for a week after that. Crazy, ain't it? No, this one wasn't found in the water. No, this guy was on the trail. So
That trail.
that trail, yeah, right down around the corner
down,
there.
I went to the Y, and then I biked back.
Yeah. Well, be careful down here. I'm telling you. Uh-oh, what do I do?
I don't drink, so. And that's why I don't go to bars, and that's why I don't know anything.
Well, it's definitely a good idea not to
I
in this
did it
area.
when I was young, and you either.
I haven't had a drink. It's been so long. So
You guys know what happened over here?
a body was found down
Another
there.
body.
Yeah.
Same ladybird killer person?
Sounds like
Ladybird Killer.
the Rainy Street Ripper.
The Rainy Street Ripper.
Yeah.
No, this
That's
is
what-
Neil.
Hey Neil, I'm Jamie.
Nice to meet
Nice to meet you, buddy.
He's pressed.
Yeah.
Oh, you're pressed.
Yeah, we just finished out here. Everybody else is just packed up and gone. But
When did they find it this morning?
about 5:30 this afternoon.
Oh, 5:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, they just left with the body just a bit ago. It's crazy.
Do
man.
we know any details?
Male, blunt force trauma. They found him on this trail. Other than that, they have an ID, but they're not releasing it yet. They know who it
Wow.
is. It's crazy.
That's really sad. We were just walking around late night last night and I'm trying to convince her it's totally fine.
I,
No, right?
yeah, it's.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the police say that this was not a murder, so I mean,
Oh,
you know, they.
blunt force non-murder. That's interesting.
I'd say what everybody's saying. Blunt force and non-murder. You're right. Good meeting you, bud. All right.
So, where do you put your material up?
On Citizen and on X, Facebook, YouTube. Search for Documenting Austin. You'll find me. Cool. Appreciate it, man. So they got more people going down for evidence. Looks like. So I don't know, guys. You know what? We're gonna walk down here. We're gonna walk down and see if I can get a better view before it gets too dark. You know, apparently this guy was on the trail, so unless, you know, blunt force trauma, obvious signs of injuries, you would think, I mean, you know, I don't know, blunt force trauma, I don't know, unless he was riding a bike or, I mean, he wasn't beat up. They're saying they're not looking at it as a homicide, so, I mean, yeah, could have been. Could have been. I don't think there was self-inflicted. I don't think so. They were not talking about any kind of. Let's see if I can look through here. I got that all. I got that all. Yeah, somebody asked if the person was homeless, and he's not homeless, so. Or the cop didn't allude to the fact that he was homeless. So we're going to walk over here into this hotel area and see what we can find down here. Hang on, I got a text message. Dave, come to... you'll see me on the sidewalk. I'm just walking around down here, man. I can't answer, Dave. I'm live. I can't answer. We're gonna walk around over here. Yeah, there's not gonna be any seeing anything here. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. Camera back to the way it was. Tell you what, I appreciate everyone being on here. I'm gonna hang out here. We're gonna wait until they open the trail back up, and then we're gonna walk back down in there. So I gotta find my buddy Dave. He's out here. He's out here trying to find me somewhere, and then we'll get back at it. I'll be back. Big Dave. He's out here. He's out here trying to find me somewhere, and then we'll get back at it. I'll be back.